Young ladies, this for you. Don't care how much friends you have. You need to stand your ground. If your friends them have babies, that don't mean you have to do the same thing they do. You need to think different. They ain't telling you how much problem they got. They ain't telling you how much stress they got. But they trying to encourage you to make you look at the pretty picture because they want company and misery love company. That's a saying and that's a fact. Misery love company. That means when you're miserable and you're unhappy, people like that. Do you realize when you are a happy person, like laughing and you be around people who always sad and upset and have plenty problems, they hate you for being happy? I never forget I had a boss. One morning I came in and I was talking to the police officer. We was making small talk. We knew each other for years and we had a nice little laugh, and he was telling me about his wife and I gave him a little joke but my husband. So we had a nice little laugh. This was very early in the morning. This is way before time to start work. And one of my boss who I was working with got very angry. So later that evening, the police said to me, you see how your boss is here angry because me and you was laughing and stuff? So I noticed he always getting angry when you laugh at this one, that one, and that. So I was talking to somebody else who was just as senior as him. I said, what you think about this? I need an opinion of someone on that level. And you know what the person tell me? Say, Mazel, you are a happy person. No matter what you're going through, if you're going through anything, you are always a happy person. And say, you guys understand, when you was a happy person, there are some people who are so unhappy in their life, they can't handle people being happy around them. And they want you to be sad like them. And they want to even destroy you if they could, just so you could be unhappy. I never forget that conversation. I never forgot those words. Because guess what? They ring true. I applied that and I observed they ring true. Some people are so unhappy in their life that they can't stand to see others happy. And they will go all their way to come look for you, to fool with you, to hope they can cause you to be unhappy. And so that's why it's the same misery love company. And young ladies, I was the poor girl too in the ghetto. And everybody around me, including my own friend, had babies and babies out of wedlock. That was the norm, even in my day. Even in my day, that was a norm. And I observe and I say to myself, I don't care how poor I am. Why should I be less than? Why should I want to be less than? You understanding the term I'm saying? I already poor. I already catching hell. Already hardly have no food to eat. Already hardly have no clothes. I can't go to college unless I pay for it myself. And I have all the odds against me. Every odd you can name I can have against me. And you mean to tell me I can make life harder for myself? That's what you're doing. You're making life harder for yourself. Most of the young girls, when they meet a young boy, the first thing they do is run go have a baby because they want to say, I have his first child. Baby, that is not a badge of honor. That is not a badge of honor because the man then walk away and leave you to mind by yourself. Hey, he'll come back when it then graduate to brag or whether then waking because he want help. Now he won't have. But other than that, he ain't checking. That's majority of them. That's the majority of them today. We have some very good ones. I pass on the road and I see a Rasta guy with his baby on his shoulder, and he walking his daughter going to school early one morning. I was so proud. I that made me had the biggest smile that morning from my heart. I was like, my, it don't matter who you are. Once you're doing the right thing, that's all that matters. It don't matter where you come from. Once you're doing the right thing, that's all that matters. Sometimes you have to leave the friends alone because they ain't gonna like you for being different. See, because you ain't doing what they do. So they can hate you. They can look for everything to hate you, look for everything to talk crap about you. So you have to leave them alone and walk away. And guess what? Don't look back. Don't regret. And guess what? Years later, when you look back, you ain't gonna have no regret, you know. You can thank God you walk away. You can thank God you skip the bullet, like they say. You know, miss the bullet, like they say. You can thank God because you know something, you'll be doing the right thing. Young ladies, don't follow. Don't follow what others do. Be a leader. I was out this weekend and I saw a young girl, my mouth drop. My mouth drop. She had on a G-string with only a netting over it, and she was coming into a shop. She wasn't on the beach. She wasn't on a yacht. That's something you will wear, not even on a beach, because you're supposed to have more respect for, because the beach have little children and families. So we are behemoths. We don't carry ourselves like that unless you're on a yacht. When you're on a yacht or boat, because you're out to sea, you can wear those things because then it will be appropriate for that in a way. Because you're on a yacht and you're out to sea, or a boat and you're out to sea. But on the actual beach with all of everything out, oh, that's how they do today. Yeah, because you're a follower. A follower follow everything people do. But a leader will say, you know something? No, baby. It's children out chair. It's little babies out chair. And I think I value myself. So I'm going to wear something more covered. You know what I'm saying? More appropriately covered. And that's a leader. Too much of y'all are followers. You got to stop being followers. You got to stop doing what you see everybody do. My friend get a new cell phone, I get a new one too. You better thank God you just get a cell phone. All you need to do is be calling somebody for emergency, or calling somebody say, I need some help. Okay? Or calling to say, I'm home now. Things like that, especially if it's a young girl. You don't need it for nothing else. You don't need it for nothing else. Okay? So you don't need nothing would just come out. Stop being followers. And if you can follow someone, follow people who have made their lives a success. I'm not talking just for, we have plenty of people who got successful careers, but their life is not successful, Their life is not successful. They have successful careers. They have big time position. They living in the fancy house, got the fancy car, but their life ain't successful if you was to do the research. Success comes in a total package. Your family life as well as your business life and your other spiritual life and all those supposed to be on point to be successful. It ain't just one part of your life. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you're successful because you're making plenty money and you got millions. That don't mean nothing. You ain't Canada when you go. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean you're successful. Because if you're trying to have baby everywhere or a boyfriend everywhere and every couple months you change one or this, that, and the next and you're living a ride this life, you're not successful. You're not successful. Because see, only one part of your life is considered successful. But true success is when all your part of your life work together for the good. Get it right. You got to learn that. And y'all young girls, stop following people, man. Some of y'all so beautiful. When I see you on the road with your uniform, I say, oh, it's a breath of fresh air. I said, look at that beautiful young girl. She's so clean. She's so well dressed. I always say a little salary. I say, Lord, please protect them as they go along the way to school. Because you know you got some werewolf for there just waiting to do harm. And I don't even know some of y'all. I just, when I see, I say, Lord, you look how nice they look. And hope they grow up to make this country and themselves a better place. You know? Some of y'all are so together, keeping yourself together. Don't let it go. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Don't let it go. Okay? Don't follow your friends. When you know you're supposed to be home 3:30, you be home 3:30. You do what your parents do. They looking out for you. Don't mind your friends talking about, oh, let's go to the mall. Let's go to this. Let's go to that. No, do not go. Do not go. The devil is like a roaring lion seeking whom to devour. When I say that, they're waiting out there for you. They got some ghosts and goblins. Dress up. But they have one ulterior motive, seek and destroy. That's their mission. Seek and destroy. You know who they seeking? The decent innocent to destroy. Too much of y'all already destroyed. We need to change that. We need to get back to basics. We need to change that. So young ladies, heed my warning. Don't follow what your friends do. Don't follow what your friends do. Don't follow what your friends do. Do what is right to do. Okay? Make a good name for yourself. Make a good name for yourself. They might get mad because you don't want to do what they do. Let them go. And they might don't want to be friends with you no more. So let them go. Let them go. If you get into reading, when you're on the internet, get into watching nice wholesome movies. Get into learn new things. They have so much things you can learn. Even for your school projects, this, that, and the next things you could learn before the teacher teach you. Do you realize you can learn any language too online? All these things you could do. So when they then diss you and don't want nothing to do with you because you don't want to do what they do, be happy. And once you get into things that are positive things, guess what? You wouldn't miss them. You will be so happy they gone because they was wasting your time anyhow. A lot of time they waste your time anyhow. Because they ain't doing nothing with sense. And they hoping you could be like them, do nothing with sense. So be thankful they gone. When you look back years later, you look like I'm an older woman now. And I was that type of child. And I look back years later, I so thank God I get rid of them. I so thank God I get rid of them. They only was wasting my time. For every time I look back, I say I have no regrets. Because they only was wasting my time. I don't like people wasting my time. I always got something I need to do. Right now it's what? 2 o'clock? I'm going to sew one blouse. I had to sew. I can sew that within but half an hour. I should be finished. Half an hour or so. I already have everything cut out. I have things to do. I don't have no time for people to waste my time with their foolishness. So be glad your friends gone. That's what I'm trying to say. Be glad they go. Be glad. Do not follow. Be a leader. A leader don't need to follow nobody. A leader learn how to further develop to be a leader by making good decisions. Good, wholesome decisions. Okay? You don't need to be 90 to make no good decision. We have children 3 and 4 now making good decisions. We have children 10 graduating from university with all kinds of things, where they so on point and above average and so extra special. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need to try to fit in. Don't try to fit in. That's for the young girls them. And be safe out there. Be safe out there. Okay? Be safe. Always try to walk with a group. Don't try to walk by yourself. The ghosts and goblins like when you're by yourself. Because most of them are cowards. They ain't going to attack if you're in a group. They always going to attack if you're by yourself. Learn that. Okay? So try be always in a group to go home and to be safe and things like that. All right? We got to look out for our young ladies. And the young ladies, you got to look out for yourself. Over and out.